let's get funky. We're diving deep into Cameo today.
Cameo.
And we've got some great sources lined up.
Yeah.
Funk Evolution, The Journey of Cameo. We've got Black Past, and even a little peek at the Word Up Wikipedia page.
Oh, nice.
So even if you know all the hits already, I think there's still a lot more to uncover about how this band rose to the top and how their sound still echoes through music today.
It's amazing how influential they've been.
Yeah.
You think you know a band and then you discover they started with 14 members?
14.
Yeah, 14. It makes you wonder how they even fit on a stage.
14 people in one band.
Right.
That's a lot of personalities to wrangle.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the beginning.
Okay.
It's 1970s New York City, the melting pot of musical influences.
That's where it all began. Imagine a young Larry Blackmon.
Larry Blackmon.
Fresh out of Juilliard.
Juilliard.
A place known for its classical rigor.
Yeah.
And he decides to form a funk band.
Wait, Juilliard? As in the prestigious conservatory.
That's right.
And he went from that to creating Word Up.
That's the story.
Now that's a plot twist.
Talk about a leap.
Yeah.
Blackmon started this band initially called the New York City Players, with the goal of blending all the different sounds he was hearing on the streets of New York.
Okay.
But they eventually changed their name to Cameo to avoid any mix-ups with the already popular Ohio Players.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Smart move.
Yeah.
So their early music, what was it all about? Was it all about capturing that raw funk energy, the kind that just makes you want to move?
Absolutely. Deep, groovy bass lines punctuated by those powerful horns.
I love those horns.
Yeah.
That's it. It was all about that irresistible groove that gets people out on the dance floor.
Right.
I can only imagine what it was like to be at one of their early shows. You've got this formally trained musician leading this band that's just all about raw, soulful energy.
Yeah, yeah.
It must have been electric.
Oh, I bet it was something else.
Sure.
And, their music captured that energy perfectly.
Yeah.
In 1977, they released their debut album, Cardiac Arrest, with a track called Rigor Mortis. It even reached number 16 on the R&B charts.
Hold up. Cardiac Arrest and Rigor Mortis.
Yeah.
Those are some pretty intense titles.
Yeah.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Right.
Like a warning label that this music is going to hit you hard.
Well, their sound was definitely powerful, even from the beginning. But there's also a playfulness to their music,
Okay.
sense of humor that shines through.
So even with those serious titles, there's a wink and a nod to the listener.
Exactly. And speaking of playfulness, what's fascinating is that despite Blackmon's classical training, he wasn't afraid to get experimental with Cameo's music.
Okay.
In the 80s, they started incorporating synthesizers and electronic elements into their sound.
You went to Juilliard.
Right.
And you're bringing in synthesizers.
Well, I know, right?
It sounds like Blackmon was really trying to fuse those seemingly disparate worlds. What kind of impact did that have on their music?
Well, it started subtly. A hint of something new creeping in. Albums like We All Know Who We Are in 78
Okay.
and Secret Omen a year later were like stepping stones. They were still deeply rooted in funk.
All right.
But you could hear those soulful melodies blending with these new dance-inducing rhythms. It all built up to something big.
Something big, huh?
Yeah.
I have a feeling you're about to drop the word up. Bomb.
The year is 1986.
1886.
And everything changes for Cameo.
All right. Let's talk Word Up. I'm ready to dive into this cultural phenomenon.
Right. It really was a cultural earthquake.
It was everywhere.
Yeah, Word Up wasn't just an album. It hit number 1 on the R&B charts.
Wow.
And cracked the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Yeah, everybody knows that, ow.
Yeah.
You just can't resist that beat.
Yeah.
But it was more than just catchy, right? It felt like Word Up was everywhere.
It was. The song, the music video with Larry Blackmon in that red codpiece.
Oh, yeah.
It influenced fashion, language. It was everywhere. And the covers, rock bands, pop stars, everyone had their take on Word Up.
I bet even some of our listeners tried to rock that Word Up look back in the day. Maybe with a little less codpiece, hopefully.
Yeah.
But here's something I'm curious about. A lot of bands, once they hit that level of mega fame, they sort of become that one song. Did that happen to Cameo?
That's what's so fascinating about them. Even after Word Up exploded, Cameo didn't just ride that wave and fade out. They kept pushing, kept experimenting.
So they didn't become a nostalgia act?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Albums like Machismo in '88 and Real Men, We're Black in 1990 show them diving into contemporary R&B and new jack swing.
Those albums might not be as instantly recognizable to the casual listener, but what were they doing musically that was interesting?
Well, they weren't afraid to incorporate those harder-hitting drum machines.
Okay.
And samples, really leaning into those late 80s sounds.
Yeah.
Chismo, for example, has this really cool blend of their signature funk with a touch of that hip-hop edge.
Oh,
It
interesting.
was starting to take over.
So they're adapting to the changing music landscape, but not abandoning their core sound.
Exactly.
I respect that.
It's like they knew they couldn't just repeat Word Up forever. They had to find a way to evolve and stay relevant without losing what made them unique.
Right. It takes a lot of guts to step outside your comfort zone when you've already achieved that level of success.
Oh, yeah.
Did this experimentation pay off for them?
Well, commercially, those later albums might not have reached the same heights as Word Up, but they demonstrated Cameo's commitment to their artistry, their refusal to be pigeonholed.
And that's what makes their legacy so powerful. They could easily become a one-hit wonder.
Right.
But they chose to keep evolving, to stay true to their creative vision.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's where their influence really becomes apparent. You can hear echoes of Cameo's innovative approach in so many artists who came after them, from hip-hop to pop and everything in between.
Yeah, their fingerprint is all over contemporary music, even if listeners don't realize it.
Yeah, it's like they planted these seeds of funk that have continued to blossom and grow in unexpected ways. And it's not just about their music either.
What else is there?
Think about their stage presence, the energy they brought to every performance. Larry Blackmon, with his signature red codpiece and those dynamic dance moves, he created this larger-than-life persona that was both captivating and undeniably funky.
Yeah. You have to have a certain level of confidence to rock a red codpiece on stage.
Oh, yeah.
It's not for the faint of heart.
That confidence, that boldness is what set Cameo apart. They weren't afraid to be different, to embrace their own unique style, and that's what made them so compelling.
And their visual style, it became almost as iconic as their music.
It did.
It's all part of the package.
It is. It all works together to create this unforgettable experience, and it's had a lasting impact. You see it in how artists today approach their stage shows, their costumes, their overall presentation. Cameo was a pioneer in that sense.
So we've talked about their musical evolution, their fearless experimentation, their lasting impact on other artists.
Right.
But what about their connection with fans? Have they managed to stay relevant to new generations of listeners?
That's where things get really interesting. In recent years, Cameo has experienced this resurgence in popularity.
A resurgence?
Yeah.
What's driving this comeback?
It's a combination of factors. Sampling and remixes have introduced their music to younger audiences who might not have been familiar with them. Otherwise, social media has also played a role, with clips of their performances and music videos going viral.
It's amazing how technology can breathe new life into a band's catalog.
I know, right?
Even decades later.
It really is. It's proof that great music has a way of finding its audience no matter what. And it speaks to the timeless quality of Cameo's sound. It's not just nostalgia. Their music still feels fresh and relevant today.
I think it's that blend of classic funk with those innovative elements they incorporated over the years creates this sound that's both familiar and surprising, something that can appeal to a wide range of listeners.
Exactly. And it's inspiring to see how Cameo has managed to stay connected with fans across generations. It shows that music can truly transcend time and trends.
It's a reminder that the music we love has a way of staying with us, even as the world around us changes. And it's a testament to the power of creativity and innovation.
Well said. Cameo's journey is a testament to the fact that staying true to yourself doesn't mean staying the same. It's about embracing evolution, taking risks, and never losing sight of your passion.
Their story's full of twists and turns.
It is.
From their unexpected origins to their meteoric rise.
Right.
And their ongoing influence on music today. It's a journey that's both inspiring and thought-provoking.
It certainly makes you wonder what other bands or artists have managed to achieve this kind of longevity. What other musical journeys are out there waiting to be explored?
That's a great question to ponder, and it's something we encourage our listeners to think about. What artists or bands have inspired you with their ability to evolve, adapt, and stay true to themselves over time?
I think it's that groove.
That groove.
You know,
yeah.
It's primal, infectious. It just transcends trends.
It does.
You hear it in their early funk anthems,
Mm-hmm.
in the slick production of Word Up, even in those forays into R&B and New Jack Swing.
Yeah, they never lost that core element. Even as they were experimenting, pushing their sound forward, it's like Their music has this timeless quality that just gets under your skin.
Exactly. And I think it's also about the energy they bring to their music.
Yeah.
There's a joyfulness, a sense of fun that just comes through in every note. Even when they're tackling serious subjects, there's always that undercurrent of celebration, of embracing life to the fullest.
Yeah, it makes you think about the power of music to
Yeah,
transcend time and connect with people on such a fundamental level.
right.
Cameo's music is a testament to that.
Absolutely. Their journey is a reminder that great music has a way of staying with us. It becomes part of our lives, part of our memories, and part of who we are.
Well said. And on that note, we want to thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Cameo. We hope you've enjoyed exploring their music and their legacy as much as we have.
We encourage you to revisit their classic tracks. Maybe discover some hidden gems you haven't heard before, and let that funk wash over you.
And who knows, maybe you'll even be inspired to bust out your own red codpiece.
Oh, yeah.
Or at least embrace your own unique style and let that inner funk shine through.
Because that's what Cameo's music is all about. Expressing yourself, having fun, and letting the groove take over.
And remember, no matter what challenges you face in life, just take a cue from Cameo, say, word up,
Word up.
and keep on grooving. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.